Hello, hello you wonderful people, and welcome to Unravelled, where we take gorgeous geekery and turn it into questionable crafts. Today we're diving into the depths of the Pallet Town pond. Well, you don't have to get wet, you can fish for them too. So let's use our trusty super rod. Oh, a bite! Let's see if we can reel in this mystery Pokemon. Phew, yes, it's a Polywag. Well, a rough idea of what Polywag should look like when I'm finished anyways. I'm using this lovely blue yarn today, which is super soft, but the twist isn't that strong. So the yarn splits really easily, which caused me no end of trouble. Anyways, I'm starting with my trusty steed Steve and a magic ring, or as I like to call it, a soft sphincter. I see you giggling there. There's more than one sphincter in the human body. So Polywag's body is a drop in the ocean, otherwise known as a sphere. So I double crocheted 6 into the sphincter to plant the idea of a sphere into the yarn. And hopefully it should behave itself. I then increased 6 times on every round until the sphere was sufficiently disc-like. After we've made the floppy frisbee, I double crocheted straight for the same number of rounds as I increased. Then slowly descended into madness. I decreased until I had to stop and stuff. As you can see, I can just about get my finger in there. Ooh, forbidden candy floss time. Fluff, 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 fluff. When stuffing, I like to put the live stitch on my finger so it doesn't start unravelling itself whilst I'm stuffing. After stuffing Polywag's body full of forbidden candy floss, we can close up the little tiny tadpole behind. This is done by decreasing 6 times for every round, similar to how I increased. I always use the invisible decrease stitch, and I'm not sure I know how to decrease any other way. Invisible decreases are done by catching the front 2 loops of the next 2 stitches, yarn over, pull through those 2 stitches with 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, and then pull through the last one. Tally-ho, onto Polywag's signature whorl. It is the simplest shape possible, a circle, geometrically speaking of course. The whorl is the same pattern as the body, except I think I stopped on round 5? Let's go with 5. The spiral is a simple chain of stitches which I've sewn on. And it fits nicely onto our body head hybrid. That was lucky. I was worried for a second. And I have now succeeded in creating a very cursed eye. I see you. Oh, did you hear what happened when Polywag saw his eye doctor? Polywag said BQRV, and the doctor said, "That's great, but you're next on the water slide." Just a little joke there. Time for a teeny tiny tail to go with the little tiny behind. The original idea was to crochet the dark blue tailbone, I guess it is, and crochet the fin around it in one piece so I didn't have to sew. But it came out looking like one of those wooden things the doctor sticks in your mouth and makes you go, ah. So that went to live in my box of unspeakable crochet horrors, never to be seen again. The new plan is to crochet 2 of those tailbones and the teardrop shaped tail fins separately and sew them together. The tail fin is this lovely shade of pale blue and infinitely easier to work with. I dusted off a leaf pattern I created a few months back and basically made a leaf masquerading as a teardrop. This particular species starts life as a chain of 4 stitches. I increase at each end of the rows until about 1/3 of the final size, then work straight for a few rows and then decrease 1 stitch at the end of each row until there's only a single solitary stitch remaining. And now we have something that looks pretty similar to what it's supposed to. After some sewing by this so-and-so, we have a completed tail. The resemblance to an eyeball continues. Ooh, what kind of pole is short and floppy? Not that, it's a tadpole. I don't know, what do you like? Oh, I almost forgot, Polywag needs some feet. He's not quite a tadpole after all. Or are they still called tadpoles if they have feet? The feet are cylinders that taper towards the body, starting life as a magic ring, 1 increase round and a few straight and decrease rounds. And where there's one, there's usually another. Here's the progress so far, he's looking quite recognisable now, we're nearly there. Polywag's lips are 4 stitches picked up just above the spiral, with 1 straight row that I then sewed down. Come on, thread it first time, baby, yes! There's a first time for everything, I guess. Now Polywag has some lips Marilyn Monroe would be proud of. Now the final stage of Polywag is to embroider the eyes. It does get less horrifying, I promise. But not yet. And with that final stitching time, Polywag is finished. Thank you so much for watching. Whether you're a girl, a guy, non-binary, hi, or just passing by, I appreciate you lovely people being here. I'm really excited about the next 2 projects I've got coming up. The first is a cute little fox-type Pokemon with 8 different career paths and a rather large duck. But for now, that's it from me, so I'll see you next time for more Unravelled Chaos.